that's been holding us for so long. And I thank you that tonight, what was above me is now under me. And what used to put a cap on me is now the thing I walk on. It's now the thing I have victory on. I thank you that what used to hold me can't hold me anymore. What used to make me struggle won't make me struggle anymore. That it is a new horizon. I decree and declare I'm not waiting for tomorrow, but tonight is my night. And it is a new horizon for me, for my family, for my children.
Hold up, come on, bro. Hold up. What text? I ain't do nothing. I was texting and flirting and doing all that. And she cut you off for that? So you never hit nothing. You was just texting and talking. Yeah, it was the person that it was. Oh. Who was the person? How you looking at me like that? Ex? Yeah, it was an ex. Oh, your ex? Yeah. What's ex? Shay? Nah. The Leno Pumps in the club.
What's a pain in me you wish you could heal? The loss of your love.
Sexual abuse at a young age, physical abuse at a young age, abandonment, betrayal. These are just a list of some of the things I had to experience and go through as a child, and trying to seek help from people around me at the time, it just wasn't coming. Story for another day. But what that did in turn, as a young youth growing up, was I had to develop different, mechanisms, defense mechanisms, ego defenses to cope and survive in life. Some of them you guys might have noticed: sarcasm, humor, rationalism, anxious attachment style, avoidant attachment style, self-sabotage, splitting, just to mention a few. And I'm saying all this because this is another sort of a defense mechanism that I have. TikTok, and everything I've done, I've been doing on TikTok. Let's be honest, all the things I share and talk about on TikTok sometimes I don't even believe you guys are real. Obviously you are, but there's a certain animosity with talking to people online that kind of gives you the freedom to just say your mind and be vulnerable. But with real people in my life, I'm just completely closed off, and that can't happen anymore. So today is the first day of therapy, right? I don't know what to expect. You see, as a medical student, when I was in medical school, you've been on the other side of psychotherapy, just counseling. You've been an open wedding, but you're only going off the clinical knowledge, the literature, but you've been on the other side as a patient, so I don't know the outcome, the changes, whatever is going to happen. So, in this therapy sessions that I might undergo, mean that I will heal from these traumas and these ego defenses that I've created for myself. That would mean TikTok will be affected. What we have right now will be affected. And it is. I just want to say, guys, it's been a glorious ride. It's been a journey I have enjoyed thoroughly. It's been something that has helped me to understand people on a spectrum. If this might be the last time you see a video of me, what is one word that comes to your mind when you think of me? Just put it in your mind. So perhaps that could bring me back to the precipice of salvation. But in the off chance that it doesn't, I don't find joy or satisfaction.
Hi, Anne, my friend from Kenya. Good to see you. How are you doing? I miss you. I miss you so much. I hope I'll come to Kenya soon so that we meet. How are you? How are you doing? Good to see you here. I'm used to seeing you on WhatsApp and Instagram. How are you?
So until next time, remember.
I miss you too, and Mom. We're good over here and we're waiting for you. Yes, God willing, I'll be there one day. I hope it's before this year ends because I really missed Kenya. I feel like the last time I was there, I did not have enough time. So, yeah, I feel like if I come this time, maybe I'll have enough time to explore Nairobi because I think the last time we were there, we really didn't do what should I call it? We really didn't um, we really didn't like visit the city. We only went to the craft market and I think we got some gifts, like souvenirs. So I really want to come back to Kenya, especially Nairobi, visit the city, try the street food, the restaurants, and maybe also try the up country because the last time we met on that train. Isn't it so interesting though how we connected on that train? So like remember we used the train. So I feel like if I come back I'd want to see like maybe take a road trip mm, to like from Nairobi to like an up country place. So I'm looking forward to experiencing that place that I enjoyed was definitely Diani. Diani was fun, 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 fun because at least we spent more time there. We're able to see more of the coast and even like at least we experienced Mombasa, like the city a bit, though not so much. But I feel like I didn't really have that much time in Nairobi. So I look forward to coming back.
What happened when you took their nails?
I did actually have a bitch call the dog. So this is the problem when you date a man who has a degree in psychology. Because you know what this man said to me after I maybe.
My dad made me cry at my wedding.
A realistic dad is a hearing producer. Bitch, this is my real.
My dad made me cry at my wedding.
A realistic. Okay, so hear me out. If I was the creator and owner of
Nice. I'll be glad to join the explore. Yes, yes. This time when I come, we have to explore Nairobi together. Yeah, I have to prepare. Make sure that you take me to all the nice places. We explore the city together. I want to see the monuments. I want to try the food. Yeah, the street food especially. I think I've been seeing like different videos of people who have gone, and I feel like the street food is something that I need to try. Because that time we really went, all the food that we're eating was at a hotel. Imagine even when we went to Mombasa, we really didn't try like the food because they. But I remember seeing the people who make like the cassava chips and the snacks, but we were mainly eating hotel food. Like almost all the food we ate was at the hotel. Because because we'd wake up and have the resort breakfast. Then I think we'd also be too full. So by the time we'd go for the activities, really we've had like a proper buffet breakfast and we're not really hungry. So this time I really want to try the food especially, and visit more on ground places rather than touristic places. Because I feel like, okay, when we went the first time, like when you go to the first time to a country, usually like you do research and you really want to do street food. I can promise you will enjoy. Yes, I'm looking forward. I want to try the food. I'm sure I will enjoy it. Yeah, then at least visit the less tourist. Okay, not tour, like there are those very main tourist places, but now like I didn't see a museum. I didn't go to like the museum. Mhm. And usually when people come to Uganda, the thing I always advise them is to visit the museum. So like I didn't go to the museum. Then I would want to see like maybe the court buildings, those uh like those buildings that have been there for like a while. Yeah, I I look forward. I really look forward. God willing, I'll be there when God wills it, according to His plans. So yeah, I'm just here watching TikTok videos. How is Kenya? How is the weather there? And this time, is it very cold? I think there is a time I saw on a friend's Instagram story that it's very, very cold. So how is the weather? I think like it's Kenya when it gets cold, I think it really gets cold because the first time I went there was for the Fearless Summit, and I remember that was like my first time there, and that time it was very, very cold. Then the time that I met you the second time, it wasn't really that cold. So, how is the weather? How is the city? How is the country? Greetings from Uganda.
Ocean Gate, Titan, whatever you want.
I'm gonna be honest, friend. Is it okay for a 23-year-old to date a 21-year-old woman with a BB?
TikTok has all sorts of videos. such a time, waste of time. And like, hi, Joanne. How are you? Welcome, welcome. How are you? How are you doing? How was your day? I hope you're doing well. I'm good, thanks for asking. Oh, it's good that you're fine. It's good that you're doing well. I'm here just taking tea and watching TikTok videos. Then I decided to come on live. I was actually taking coffee because I'm supposed to, but it's done. Supposed to edit videos. Though for some reason coffee doesn't do anything for me. Like the people who take coffee and be awake, me I'll take it and probably feel energized for like an hour. And after that I'll just feel sleepy. Yet there are some people who take coffee and they're awake for like the whole night. Not me, but I'm taking it to see if it can help. Then I can stay awake because it's coming to 9 p.m. I'm supposed to edit my next video. Have you watched my recent video about the breakfast at Stone Haven? I had a really good time there. So now I'm supposed to edit my next video. I'm undecided between there's a video I had when I went for the women's workshop. So I'm supposed to edit that one. And then there's another one. So I'm still deciding which one should I edit first before the other. So then next time invite me to, yes, next time we shall also invite you when we're going for breakfast. But I'm such a breakfast person. Like me, I enjoy breakfast. Breakfast is my thing. Anne says, Dear, I have to leave now. I need to put my baby to sleep. Oh, it's okay. Please put the baby to sleep. Thank you for joining in. Nice to hear from you. I'll see you when I'm in Kenya. We shall catch up. I'm so excited to see you, and I hope that God will do it. And we shall meet once again. Bye, Anne. Thanks for joining in. That's Anne. Just gonna put her baby to sleep. It must be actually bedtime right now. Then there are things sometimes when I film like YouTube content and then I see certain clips. That's why I like editing in real time because when I don't edit in like real time, like let's have express, I think when I upload immediately. Now when I go back, the clips are too many. I'm confused. Now I'm seeing a clip of me shopping. This must have been YouTube content. But I don't even know how what it was for. So now I have to go through. Okay, this is the Lake Victoria video. I uploaded that one. Rita, do you enjoy karaoke too? If yes, we should one day go sing and have. No, we really have. Do you know the funny thing is that I've never ever gone for karaoke? But it is something that I've always wanted to do. Like I've seen it in movies and what, but I've never gone for it. Then the time I was about to go for it, Actually, my friend invited me for it, for a karaoke night. But that day was the day I was going for the sunset cruise at Lake Victoria. So I couldn't make it. Like by the time I left Entebbe, it was very late, and I was like, okay, do I really want to move on a border in the night? I'm like, no, I couldn't go. So we should definitely go for karaoke. I feel like that's something I would enjoy, but where does it happen? Because that time I think she had told me some location in Muyenga, but I don't remember the restaurant name, but it was one of those. So I am in, we can go for that because I am such a karaoke fan. Like, not fan, but I've never done it, so I feel like if I did it, I would enjoy it. So, yeah, we should definitely go. Yeah, I've actually remembered the name. She had told me we should meet at the drop Mienga, and it was a Friday. So I think they have karaoke nights on those days. Yeah, I think they have karaoke nights on those days. By that time, I was connecting from like Entebbe. I really couldn't make it. Like, oh, shoot, missed it. But karaoke must be fun. Imagine singing. There's a time actually a friend of mine sent the Aleph 2 has karaoke, then I'll text you other places via WhatsApp. Yes, text me on WhatsApp, then we shall go. Text me the different places, then we'll see. I've actually never been to the Aleph, but I've seen people there, so that would be a nice place to try. I've heard of that restaurant ever since it opened. People have gone there, I've never gone there. But it looks like a nice spot. It gives those vibes of like quiet. mm, you go order your food and eat. So if it does karaoke nights, then I'm sure it must be nice. So yeah, text me the places. I've actually not seen a lot of the places that do karaoke. I've seen places that do game nights, I think, but I think karaoke is something that is fun. Fun. So definitely want to try it. I'll definitely try it. So text me, we shall go and sing. It even sounds so fun to just be randomly there singing. So you can get a day and actually go. That's the fun. I'm looking at all these. Okay, I did the Kibale video. Oh, I should do this coffee experience video. I had such a good time at the coffee experience video, but I I don't know if it's a video that okay, because the first coffee experience I did was at Endiro Coffee. Then I got invited to go for one at Wild Coffee Bar. So I'm feeling like, okay, should I put this video up for Wild Coffee Bar? Because it will be like two videos doing the same thing. The one at Wild Coffee Bar was also equally as nice as the one at €10 coffee. So I see the clips here. I'm like, okay, I'd even forgotten about these ones because I remember the time I filmed. Then after I reached home and I was like, okay, I already have a coffee experience video. So should I do another one? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I don't know if I should do another one. Then I did Abeka Band. Yeah, I think I uploaded the Abeka Band video. I really hope I get a new laptop soon. I'm really tired of editing on my phone. It's though it's a bit quick. There is a way it helps you because you want to get rid of the videos or you'll be scrolling through your phone and see the video. So it also helps with editing. But I feel like I used to edit better when I was editing on my computer. My computer I have right now cannot support the software that I want. So I'm hoping I can get a new computer well, then I'll get better editing. I don't know. Like I think I just edit better on the computer than the phone. Mainly because when I started YouTube, all my editing was self-taught, and it was self-taught on the computer. So I have that thing of every time I'm editing, the computer is like the easiest thing. Then I have like you'll meet other content creators who will tell you for them the phone doesn't work. It's the laptop that works better for them. So me, I'm such a laptop editor. Like it's more fun when I edit. I feel like I edit better on the computer than on the phone. So then I see these videos. Oh, I have too many videos that I need to edit and just post. Yeah, now this is the women conference. But the women conference was like a 4 days event. So editing that video is going to take forever. Then I'll put it together because I'm seeing there are different days and different clips. Yeah, then once I get those videos off, I will have like finished a lot of my content. I think I should also come for editing lessons on a serious note, Mazima. By the way, editing, I think editing, I don't consider myself a good editor, by the way. Like, on a scale of like 10, I feel like I'm at like 1.5. Like, the way I want to edit is not, like, I don't think I'm where I want to be in my editing journey. So even me myself, the way you're saying you should come for lessons, even me myself, I feel like I need lessons. So I don't know what I would be teaching because I like okay, my videos look okay. Like when I edit them, they look fine, but I don't know. I feel like my editing is still lacking. I still need to train myself more so that I can edit better videos. So that's why I'm like, if I get the laptop and I get that software that I want, maybe there I can do lessons online because YouTube has a lot of like tutorials for anything. YouTube is like a school. So even that time when I started YouTube, I used to watch because that time I was using Wondershare Filmora. That's the software I was using. So I'd go watch tutorials. Then after watching tutorials for like an hour, then I would like pick what I've learned and use it to edit like the video. So I feel like now doing the editing lessons now will not help me if I haven't gotten a new computer because then what will happen is that by the time I get the computer I'll have forgotten what I've learned. It's better when like you have one tab open and it's teaching you, then you're like, okay, what I've learned, I'm going to try and edit. So that's how you learn. The more you do it, the better you become, and then like your whole world opens up. You start trying new things, you start like learning new terms, you start learning, okay, how do I put this in, how do I insert this, how do I cut, how do I make the story more interesting. So it's a whole lesson. I'll take the lessons when I get a new PC, then I can do lessons and improve my editing. But when you talk about coming for lessons, I'm like, even me, I feel like I'm like at a 1.5 out of 10 for editing. I don't count myself like such a good editor. Like, oh, I can see people's videos and I'm like, yep, this person really edited, this person really put in the work. Then another content creator, I did the person who there's this Kenyan content creator who used to edit and she reached a time and deleted all her what do they call it? Her videos. But she used to edit her videos so well. She was called like her name is not coming to me, but she's a business content creator. Like she became an entrepreneur later. I think she stopped like the whole YouTube thing, but she was my like the best editor for like she used to make such good, well edited videos. Like her videos used to be so edited, like in a proper manner. Of I used to look up to her editing, but then she left YouTube, and when she left YouTube, she deleted all her videos. I don't know if they were archived or, but I think she just woke up one day and just quit YouTube. But she was really good at editing, really good. And I used to look up to her those days when I just started YouTube. I don't remember her name. Her name has just skipped my mind. Yeah, you are a good editor then when it comes to your IG content. Oh my, I still have a long way to go. Whenever I watch you, really imagine like when you look at like for yourself, you can be thinking that oh maybe I'm still, but then another person who sees them is like, okay, thank you. That's like a nice compliment. At least I know I'm doing something right. Thank you, Joanne. Those are such nice words to say. I still have a long way to go whenever I watch your videos. Yeah, like one thing, okay, I realized about editing is that it's like the more you do it, the better you become. And the moment you take a break, mm, the moment you take a break, like in learning, mm, you sort of like go, should I say, backwards. Now you see, like how I'm telling you how it was easy for me to edit, like on the phone, like how it's hard for me right now to edit on the phone, and how it was better for me to edit on a PC. If you look at my earlier videos, I was editing like for YouTube, not Instagram. If you look at my earlier YouTube videos, they are better edited than the current ones. And like the reason is because now I'm relearning how to edit on the phone. Yet like with um with the PC, I already knew how to do it, how to go about it. I'd taken lessons. So now it's like I'm going backwards because I took a break. So like even now the phone, it's like I'm relearning afresh, like some of the things that you used to do before you sort of start forgetting them. So that's why like editing, like the more videos you put out, the better you get at editing. So it takes time, like the more you do it, the more you see new things that you want to try, the more you see you get new ideas basically. So it takes it takes time. It's like practice, it takes time and practice. So when you see my IG content, it's practice. Practice, practice, practice. Then think of new things. You're like, okay, let me do this, let me do that. So yeah. But you'll get there. So long as you keep doing it, you'll keep learning, keep learning, and I think the best way to do it is use YouTube tutorials. Like me, I think when I started, what really helped me were the YouTube tutorials. And I never used to like watch a tutorial and then edit like next week. No, I would say, okay, if I'm going to upload the Cafe Java's breakfast review video, I would go, like, I already have, of course, the editing software on my phone. I would Google how to edit using um, Wondershare Filmora Beginner. Then I see the things that they are doing, that they are teaching, and then now I go in the editor, I try them. So I would try on a specific video that I'm going to edit. Then the next day I would do the next lesson like that, like that. Then now I would produce, like, edit the whole video. Then I would look at it and then I would see that, yeah, actually I'm improving. Like before, maybe I was cutting too soon or cutting before, then I realized, oh, but I'm cutting. Now I need to be like this. Then that's how I learned to add transitions. Then I would see how to add like teasers at the beginning of the video, how to add your name, how to add text, how to add music, how to reduce volume, how to, all those different things for editing. So it the more you edit, the better you become. But once you learn it, it's actually fun, especially if you've recorded like content that you like. It's fun when you see like the finished product. You're like, oh, I did that, I learned. And I think there's just something about self teaching that is very different. Like when you self teach yourself and actually execute the thing that you've learned, you feel good. So, yeah, still growing in my editing journey. I feel like when I definitely get a new PC, I'll now go back to my YouTube lessons, go back to teaching myself how to edit, how to like be better. Because now I really can't do I really can't do the lessons, I'll just forget. So phone editing it is. The only good thing about phone editing is that you edit quicker. I mean, especially like us who shoot on the phone, it becomes easier for you to edit rather than when you're editing, when you're having to transfer like stuff from the phone to the computer, you might end up taking longer. But the thing I've seen about like the phone is that when the content is in your phone, you will be there seated, like, let's say, now me, sometimes like I'll be there waiting for someone, let's say I'm supposed to meet friends, and then I'm waiting for them. So as you're waiting for them, because you have the phone in hand and you're probably bored, you can use that time to like edit, like put clips together. So that's which you wouldn't do if the laptop was your main editor. So that's one thing I've realized that it's good about the phone, is that it has helped over with my consistency, because I know that the clips are here, I can edit them and I can upload them from anywhere. I can use the time maybe when I'm waiting for something or when I'm running errands, and then reach, like, let's say somewhere and they're like, oh, maybe wait for an hour, or you're going to meet your friends and they then become late. Things like that, you're able to edit in real time. Then also now, like for Instagram content, usually, like, let's say you can even find yourself editing when you're at the place, because Instagram is not like YouTube. Sometimes the content needs to be like uploaded in real time. Maybe you're at the restaurant and you edit a quick video and put it on your stories. So that's one good thing I've realized about the phone, is that you can easily edit in real time. And it's nice because it helps with your consistency. here on my Instagram because I was playing TikTok videos. Then I'm like, oh, I had forgotten I'm on phone. And I'm like, copyright. What if they copyright my life? So I was like, let me stop. Now I'm just on Instagram. I just uploaded the reel when I went for breakfast with Martina and Becky. But it's so fun when you hang out with like content creators because all of you be understanding the assignment. Because when I looked at the video, I'm like, oh, we're all serious with our cups and what, like everyone is specifically there for content. They are there to work, no jokes. So it's usually fun because now when I went for that, um, Joan says, thank you for the tips. You're welcome, Joan. You're welcome. I hope you'll take the tips and, edit better. The simple tips that I've given. So, yeah. So it's fun when you go out with content creators because everyone has a plan. And then I was telling them the time I was meeting Martina and Becky for breakfast. Because now when I went with them, like my current IG, like let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like I had enough content because you hang out with content creators. So like I got like 5 posts out of the meeting, which was good. That's good. So that is why I like hanging out with content creators. And then also like most times when I hang out with my friends, I end up even forgetting to film content. But when you're with like fellow content creators, you see someone get a reel, then you remember like, oh, I'm there too. Not even them, they are my friends. So like my recent YouTube video was only 5 minutes long, and I rarely do like short YouTube content because okay, my videos are always like 10 minutes and longer. Some are even 30 minutes. There's a time I was having a whole thing of long form content or short form content, but then people are like, yeah, we're still enjoying a long video. So I rarely do short form content. But then when I was editing this best breakfast in Kampala video, my recent video on YouTube, I realized that because I was with the Becky's and we were just laughing and talking, I ended up like when I came to editing, I couldn't find content for a 10-minute video because every time I'm with my friends, I am talking, I am laughing, I am not filming. So I think I need to get the hang of that whole thing of how do I like balance so that I balance still enjoying my time and filming content because sometimes I end up being distracted by the whole oh I'm here to meet my friends, how have you been doing, it's been going on, and then I forget to do videos. So now like this video was 5 minutes because I couldn't find the rest of the content. I was even shocked when I was in the what do they call it? When I was editing, like I was like, where are the where are the clips? I couldn't find what to put together because I was like, I don't see the clips, so it ended up being only 5 minutes. But it was still a nice video. Stone Haven is nice. I especially liked the ambience of the place. Like it's good for like Sunday, let's say maybe after church. It's good for people who have like let's say short, like maybe you have like a grad party and you want to do like a short like dinner. Same applies to people who have what do I call it? Like let's say if you have a birthday party, like it has very good photo spots. It has very good modern interior decor. So like if you wanted to take photos and then they mixed that with a bit of green. So if you want like good camera photos for your function, you can get it at Stonehaven. I liked the breakfast. Though when I shared the breakfast review on my Instagram, people gave me like other reviews on their menu because me, I tried the breakfast. I didn't try, like we didn't, we were there for breakfast, we didn't try the other menu. But apparently people say that their menu food is not good. So like I got another DM today, like one of the people who follow me on Instagram was telling me like the last time they were there, they were so disappointed with Stonehaven. So because she said apparently I think she ordered like meatballs, then they were really not nice. Then I think I think their other menu is questionable. But the breakfast was nice. It came with juice, it came with coffee. It was the perfect breakfast. They put like, though their waffle machine was down, because we had ordered for waffle Benedict. So they said that they will replace that with pancakes. And I love pancakes. So I was like, a waffle Benedict replacing waffles with pancakes will it really be nice? But then it was really nice. Pancakes were fluffy. Then they did mushrooms, like those mushroom and chicken strips. Like there is a way it really tasted nice, and it was very filling. Though when you would still eat, you'd think that maybe this won't fill me. But I didn't even eat anything else that day. I didn't have lunch. I just ate the breakfast, and of course we stayed up to like 3 p.m. And then I came back and slept because I was too full. Like by the time the juice came, I was too full from the breakfast. Too full. So I don't know about Stonehaven. I think they are mixed reviews because the breakfast me what I recommend is go there for the breakfast. I don't know about their other menu because all the messages that I've gotten concerning the other menu it suggests otherwise. But if you want good photos, if you want a perfect ambience, Stonehaven is the place. And we first went to Hickory, but we found that Hickory they were cleaning, and then the cleaning like the chemical was smelling. I really couldn't stand it. Like because I was there before Becky, like it had even started choking me. I think there's a specific chemical that they use maybe to clean their tiles, especially those brown tiles. People usually like use um, these, I think, a specific chemical that they use. So it was choking, and yeah, good enough Becky knew about like Stonehaven, so she's like, let's try that one. And I was like, okay, we've never been there. So we called Martina and we went there. So they were cleaning. But the Hickory has nice food. I've been there before. I did a review like with Namuli, who was a content creator as well at that time. I remember I went to the Hickory during I think Kampala Restaurant Week 2019. And yeah, their food is really good. Really, really good. And then there's a way it's quiet, like it's a quiet restaurant, so it's perfect for I think dates. Like if you wanted a date and you don't want like let's say like a cafe java style where people are so many and packed, it's nice like for a dinner date, breakfast date, lunch date, because it's big. Actually, I was telling Becky while I was there, but that the Hickory always reminds me of Safari Lodges. Like there is, it has its car reception area, then it has a top area, then it has like the main restaurant. So it really gives those vibes of like Safari Lodge because they usually have like a reception area that is well decorated. Then they have like the dining area. Then they have like another area that is overlooking the gardens. So it's nice, 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 nice. highly recommend it, and the food was good. I remember I'm not a fan of like fish. But I remember that time I was like, no, I can't be ordering chicken every time I go to a restaurant. So I decided, okay, let me try their fish, and that's the best fish I've tasted in Kampala. Like it was well done. The sauce was creamy. They gave us a starter. Like even when I was with Namuli, we were all shocked. Actually, if you go to my earlier videos, you'll see the video of the hickory. So I can vouch for the hickory food more than Stonehaven because I've gotten mixed reviews on my Instagram about Stonehaven. So yeah, went to the hickory. Yeah, it was 3 years ago. That was 2019. I'm actually even seeing the video here. Beautiful restaurant in Kampala. It's really a beautiful restaurant. The ambience and the presentation of their food. Oh my god, when I look at when I look at the video, it was so young. We were so young. I was with Namuli. Oh, he looks so young. This is when my editing was on a good note. Like I was really doing well. Then I don't know if they're still doing Kampala Restaurant Week. Yeah, I think they are. Though this time when we did this Kampala Restaurant Week, I remember that time I got, as a content creator, like I got vouchers. But I'm not sure if, like the last Kampala Restaurant Week, people are complaining that it's no longer as nice as it used to be, like the selection of, of what? The selection of restaurants. But I remember, and also people I think were complaining that the restaurants put the menu on, like the menu that they put is not as interesting as their main menu. So I don't know if that's going to improve. Maybe we shall wait next year because I think they usually do it around September or October. But I remember that time it was a good thing because like you'd be able to try different restaurants at like affordable rates. So I remember that time I went to Izumi, I went to the Hickory, and then went to another place that was next to the golf course. I think it's called Smokies. There's a restaurant there to next to on a petrol station somewhere. But they had very nice pork ribs. So I don't know if they will do it again this year. Maybe I'll participate, I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It all depends. And I've been here for so long. I thought I'd be here for 30 minutes. But I see it's 9:18, so I think I should go. Thank you to everyone who joined in. Thank you for joining in and for chatting with me. Thank you, Joanne. I don't know if you're the one who is still on the live or if you left already and left already. So yeah, because she had to put her baby to sleep. But thank you for joining in on the live. I think I'm now going to go off and go edit my video. Bye.